Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 17 of the Ashton Gate 8. And somehow it has come down to this. We have got one game remaining. We've got Luton away, who are down there in 22nd, fighting for their life, needing a victory to stay in the Championship and avoid back-to-back relegations. We have absolutely bottled it. We're on 90 points. We've got a much better goal difference than Middlesbrough, so potentially a draw could do us. But a game, Middlesbrough have got Barnsley. I believe they're at home. It's come down to this. So since we last left off, results haven't really got much better. We've really struggled. The 2-0 to Hull, 1-1 to Plymouth, and 90 plus 1. There was 1 minute added on. They scored. Blackpool, we equalised and then just couldn't get back into it. Ronald was awful that game. Picked up an injury. It's just been one of them. And then we changed the personnel up slightly. Got a 4-1 victory away to Swansea and then a 2-1 home win against Sunderland, who only scored towards the end of the game. So we're just going straight into it. Middlesbrough versus Barnsley. There you go. That's what it is. Oh, God. How has it come down to this? How has it come to this? We have got a bit of a mixed bunch. We've changed things up slightly. Miramon will get the start. Estrada, Ronald having to play due to a long-term injury to Cozy Dewberry, which happened in the Swansea game, I believe. So Sam Bell comes into the bench. Fallou Diouf, the Scott, Grinsell, Borza all make the bench. We just simply have to win. And I feel like I've said that so many times in the last 2-3 episodes. A playoff place isn't the end of the world. Considering we only thought we would get playoffs this season, that was the target. That was what we discussed at the end of last season. But the state of the club is that we have no money. So if we get promoted, either way, automatic promotion, or if we get promoted through the playoffs, either way, we're getting a windfall of money due to the Premier League funding. But if we somehow, and catastrophically, this cannot happen, it categorically cannot happen, it would be an absolute catastrophe if we only ended up managing to stay in the Championship. So we need just win. Just win. That's the situation we're in. We just need to win and hope results go our way. What we'll do is we'll put the latest scores up there so we can keep an eye on it in real time. We always seem to be playing the teams who are fighting for their lives, as goals are starting to fly in. West Brom, Derby and Plymouth all taking the lead in their games. Lads, come on. Just do something. Giles with the corner. Trott has to make a save. Oh, Fulham beating Coventry, Huddersfield winning. It's this game underneath ours we need to keep an eye out for. Dango Utara with a deep free kick goes short to Ronald. Finds Cameron Pring, who that's just a silly effort, Cameron. You're not going to score from 35 yards out of the first time effort. Dango might score from this one. No! Oh, it's hit wide. Right, corner from this side. Ronald will take. He's got a decent set piece on him, Ronald, and he's floated that one in. Tom Cannon couldn't do much with it. Cameron Pring back across the box, cleared by Gasper. Miramon can't win it. Ueda, Estrada to Kraft, and that's the end of the highlights. Stop ending highlights. Leeds beating Middlesbrough. We've gone up to positive. We don't often do that, but I don't quite want to go attacking because of course it's his first ever goal, for fuck's sake. Pring just steps out of line, loses his man. I can't be dealing with you, Cameron. There's a reason we were looking to replace you in the first place. I am making wholesale changes at the back already. This cannot happen. It cannot happen. Absolutely ridiculous. Where's the youth? This is just silly. This cannot happen. We cannot lose this game. If we draw and miss out on automatic promotion that way, I won't care. If we lose, I will be furious. Absolutely furious. It cannot happen. 27 minutes in, we're making 3 changes. It's fucking insane, this. Dango Utara. He's not performing, Dango. Giles, intercepted by Miramon, loses it straight away. Oh my God, clean through. I just, for the life of me, cannot figure out how we've just end the season just gone on such a poor run. It's almost like it's just set it up for us to fail. I just can't get my head around it. I really can't. We're not even getting shots. We've had 2 shots, lads. What are we doing? We're going to concede off this corner, aren't we? Right, Ronald. Why have you headed it? You were there. Oh, Ronald's been awful. Conway's been awful. And Diouf and Lingbo. Trot's just stopped Diouf scoring an own goal. What in God's name do we have to do? Leave it to post now. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with it. It does particularly. As friends will know, I dislike FIFA due to the scripting. I've never once ever accused Football Manager of being a scripted or a predetermined game. The way the back of this season has gone, I can't think of any other reason other than the fact that it just does not want us in any way, shape, or form to go up automatically. It's almost like it's just like, no. So even the situation it got us into to here, we were like drawing against like Plymouth and teams like that, and then we go and absolutely hammer the teams around us. And then Middlesbrough just happened to lose a game, which means that this game becomes a vital game for both teams. It's almost like it's just fully predetermined what's going to happen. I can't understand it for the life of me. The injury to Timo Horn, to then Cozy Dewberry, the results going against us, the 3-0 lead against Leeds to then being 4-4 with a last-minute equaliser, to Leeds then winning promotion. They're in again. It's going to be 2-0. I cannot be fucked. I don't even want to fucking do the playoff games. I genuinely might do them off camera. Genuinely. There was a ball on there to Scott, and you just... Go on. Yes, come on. Goodness. We've gone very attacking and just put the press on full. It's the only thing we can do. We need to win the game and hope that Middlesbrough somehow draw. Estrada brings it down, loses it, back to Dango Utara, cleared away by Lockyer. That'll be your end of highlight, won't it? This is 22nd place, Luton! What the fuck? He had never scored before today, and he's got a hat-trick. What is this game doing? I can't get my head around it. I genuinely can't. It's the worst shit I have ever seen on Football Manager. I genuinely have never had this happen. I've been playing this game since, I think my first Football Manager was like 2004, 2005. I've never... Look at them! They're just knocking it around us. They're 22nd in the league. Honestly, I don't think we're winning the playoffs. I've got no confidence that we are. I had more confidence last season that we were going to win the playoffs than I do this season, because we've just absolutely bottled every game, everything in this run-in has been completely and utterly bottled by us. I have no confidence whatsoever that we're going to get anything out of this. To Scott, there's a ball in the middle. Keep your flag down. 3-2. Tom Cannon's 27th of the season. I mean, Middlesbrough are 2-0 up, but it doesn't really matter now what happens in our game. A loss would just be devastating, though. Like, what that would do to the dynamics, I don't know. Because I've already had to give them a team meeting. Get over to him. Who is this kid? Just absolutely walking through the team. Keep it in. Good. Oh, fuck off. Borza with a long throw. Knocked back to the Romanian. Do not shoot Ueda. Do not shoot Lingbo. Offside, aren't you, Dango? I think you're off, yeah. Absolute fucking disgrace what I've seen. Back end of this season. Absolute nonsense. To the point where I think the Timo Horn injury has derailed them, because he's the only leader at the club. So what I've had to do is, we've had a little look. Ben Mee was released by Brentford, and he's coming in on a $3,000 a week contract for 1 year. Oh, go on to Scott. He deserves it. Tom Cannon equalises. Fine. There's nothing we could do, because Middlesbrough win. They've got themselves back in the game, and that's all we can ask for. Go and win it now. Just take some... So that's brilliant by Borza, you know. That's his first assist. Oh, no, it's not even an assist. But that's all we can do now, is take a bit of momentum into the playoffs. That's the only real consolation we've got. Because we, towards the back end of this, get to fuck. Oh my God. Will it just stop piling shit onto me? Christ alive. Just end this fucking game, will ya? Oh my God, don't you dare. If that had gone in, I literally would have ended the save. He wasn't down for 3 minutes. He wasn't down for 3 minutes. I can't get my head around it. So confirmation then that I can't. We are in the playoffs against Nottingham Forest, Hull and Fulham. Luton dropped down to League One. Who was that kid, by the way? Who was that kid? I'll just be gone, Miramon. That was your last game for us, and you were shit anyway. Who was that kid who tore us apart? What was his name? Is he this kid from Brentford? Who are you? Who are you? Sorry. 14 games, no goals, gets a hat-trick on the final day. So some good news around then, without losing sight of sort of what we're trying to do. Charlie Frith gets promoted to League 2 with Oldham, lifting the trophy, playing a full season down in the National League. And he's developed quite nicely. Obviously, we first seen him as a 16-year-old coming in and doing well towards the back end of last season. Yusufa Kamrich also won the league with Maidstone. He won the National League South, but Charlton Blair, unfortunately, getting relegated from the National League South with Enfield Town. So we know our fate. It's Fulham. Wayne Rooney's Fulham. I did mention the game works in silly ways and it all comes full circle. Wayne Rooney, the first manager to inflict a defeat on us. He did that while he was at Birmingham. Is now the Fulham manager, and we've got a playoff semi-final against them. So we're going to do the first leg. I see how we get. Just to show another person, another player we were looking at. Again, we do try to look for players who are like slightly undervalued, who we can get in for fairly cheap, who will come in and do a job. Jamie Shackleton, he's only 25. He came on against us in that Leeds game. He's played 5 starts, 17 substitute appearances, but managed a 6.92 average rating. The scouts quite like him. Who scouted him? Baiku likes him. Determined. He's consistent. He's got good levels of strength and stamina. He's got legs, basically. Can cover multiple positions. Can cover right back, which is a position we desperately need cover in. Can play in like the holding role or the runs the ball through the centre and gets into the opposition area. So he breaks a little bit more. I'm really tempted to bring him in, because they don't think he's worth an awful lot. It said 350k there, didn't they? So they'd happily take less money for Jamie Shackleton. 400k? There you go. 750k, I think, is a good signing. Would mean that we could potentially move. Obviously, we won't have Miramon or Cavalier back next season. Gabaman we'll probably look to move on. He's not really played, and he's starting to pick up a lot of injuries. So someone like Shackleton would make a lot of sense. Just depends on what you want. Squad play he's happy with. I'm going to say impact sub. He's happy with impact sub. He wants 27 grand a week. We've got to remember that we've not got a lot of money. And as such, if we don't get promoted, I think somebody like Tommy Conway or Cameron Pring need to be moved on. And that's just, it's not right. It's not what I want to do. Again, sort of goes against what the save is about. But it would then give us a lot of money, because I think the club is going to struggle if we end up in this division again. So it's just an update on the homegrown status. Trevor Grinsell is close to being homegrown at club. It'll be the 5th of October 2025. He will class as a homegrown at club player. Someone who we're going to look to give a bit more game time to next season. Good player, very, very good player. If it's with us or whether it's out on loan, I'm still yet to decide. I think if we're in the Premier League, I don't think he makes the cut. Championship, yeah, but maybe not Premier League. That's probably a bridge too far. I think we've got to pick based on performances, and Hayden Roberts has not performed, so Falou the youth is going to come in at centre back. Pring didn't perform at all in the previous game, so I think this is how we're going to start the first game. Pretty much a completely changed back line. I'm going to drop Miramon, who will not be fit. We'll put Grinsell on the bench there. Cozy Dewberry is back, so I think he goes on the bench over. Oh, that's a hard one, isn't it? Over Sam Bell. I think Sam Bell is going to be moved on. He is causing problems, Sam Bell. He's moaning constantly. He thinks he's going to be. He thinks he should start over Tom Cannon, and Tom Cannon scored 27 goals this campaign, so there's a reason he's not playing, and he won't have it, and he keeps trying to cause like mutinies, and a few players sort of support it. Luckily, this time round, it's only Miramon and Carvalho who actually agree with him, so they'll be gone at the end of the season anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So we were just picking the team, and then this come through. So Yates and Cozy Dewberry are both fit for 45. Miramon and Lewis Warrington shouldn't really play. So Trevor Grinsell is being thrust into the starting 11. So that means we have got 3 teenagers in the starting 11 for this game. That team is superb. And Cole Palmer, I forgot about that. Fulham have got Cole Palmer on loan. What do you say about that? I don't care, Dango, if he's stronger. You're quicker and you're a better footballer. So Fulham's lineup then: Stansfield, Benrahma, Palmer, Wilson, Iwobi, Palinha, Bassi, Robinson, Mepham, Castagna and Leno. That is some team that Wayne Rooney's got there. I'm just going to say there's no pressure on them. I feel like the back end of last season, they performed better when I just kept telling them there's no pressure. And then this year, I've put pressure on them and basically said, you have to win. And it seems to have backfired towards the back end of last season. So if we tell them there's no pressure and see how that goes. Obviously, there is a real lack of leadership in the club at the minute, Timo Horn being the only team leader. So we need to just manage expectations a bit more. We've got an out-swinging corner, which Dango Utara will take. Poor delivery. Picked up by Sarmiento. Back to Utara. There's a ball across if he wants it. He's gone alone. It's gone in. Oh, Tom Cannon! Boom! Come on. How has that gone in? Let's see. It's come back out. Sarmiento gets it back wide. I thought Utara was going to cross it there. Look, there's men back post. Goes alone. He hits it. It's hit Castagna. It's hit Castagna, the number 24, and then come back off Tom Cannon. But a 1-0 lead away from home. Wilson goes short to Cole Palmer. Borza with the throw to Estrada. If there's ever a time for fucking hell, Estrada. Yes, Trevor, well done. He's done very well there because Estrada's pass was shocking. Benrahma looking to go a long way with the ball. Goes back to Iwobi, closed down. Alex Iwobi, Trevor Grinsell, foot in again. Palinha, Harry Wilson, easy save for Trott. If there was ever a time for Borza to cement his spot as the starting left back, it would be these playoffs. Now, that's some kick if Dango gets that. He doesn't. Iwobi's there. I don't like that the highlight hasn't finished and that it's Fulham coming forward. And Iwobi, and oh my goodness me. I'm going to do something we've not done for a while. I'm going to go cautious. I'm going to go cautious against them and try and hit them on the counter. Wilson. Borza wins it. Good lads. Goes down the line. Finds Sarmiento. His ball to Conway's slightly short. There's a great chance for Dango Utara. Why have you not squared it? That's 2 times. First time we got lucky because it deflected back to Cannon, but that is 2 times he should have just played Cannon in. Utara with the corner himself then. The youth flicked header! Fowler into youth! Come on! He's picked the time. He has picked it, and that's literally what I was just saying about Borza. If there is a time to cement your starting spot for next season, this is the time. You're in a playoff semi-final. And the highlights, for some reason, didn't show the replay, but then just showing the kickoff. That's a bit weird. As Fulham look to come forward again, Iwobi. Lingbar, well done, Simon. Ueda. Estrada, Grinsell ahead of him. Sarmiento, ball out wide to Borza. What can he do? Borza lost it. And the clearance is not very good, so Estrada's picked it back up now. And he slipped a decent ball through, you know. It was not a bad ball at all. Leno. Forcing him long. He's looking for Cole Palmer. The youth will win them all day long. Palinha. Ball through to Cole Palmer. Back to Harry Wilson. And we know Wilson's creative and can hit a ball. And Borza gets it away. Palinha. Iwobi. Castagna. Borza again. He's having a great game. Resultant throw in then. We're only 15 minutes in. Jesus, tonight. Sarmiento with a block. Castagna to Harry Wilson. Estrada flying in. Iwobi's there. Tipped over by Trott. Now Harry Wilson again with the corner. That's an outswinger from him. It's headed on. Castagna's there. Back to Wilson. Conway's got to do something. Iwobi, Estrada misses it. And Calvin Bassey's never going to score on his right foot from there. These highlights, man. Wilson again. Oh, wide. And the ball's played long. Tom Cannon wins his header. Grinsell, lovely first time ball to Tom Cannon. He's found Dango Utara, who's got the pace. He's in behind. Dango, come on. Oh, he's found Lingbo. I wasn't confident, Simon, but you seem to be. Don't know why. But anyway, you've won a throw-in, which hopefully we're going to see. Or not. No. Right. Simon, Santos, Lingbo, Dango Utara. Grinsell to Estrada. He's looking for Conway. Not found him. Cole Palmer. Ball across to Wilson. And Borza. Mate, he is cementing himself here. Goes back to the youth. That could be a long... Paul by Sarmiento. That could be a long-term partnership on the left-hand side of our defence, that. Borza in the youth. Dango did win it and then lost it again at Wobie. Closed down by Grinsell. He's found Robinson, who's going to swing it in. Borza wins his header. Estrada has... What are you doing, Estrada? Oh, my God, he knocked it. Get off. Get off. He headed it back into our own area, which meant the youth had to try and put a foot in. That is not the youth's fault. That is that idiot Pascal Juan Estrada's fault. Benrahma scores. Now the youth. Out to Borza. Brings it down well, the Romanian. Swings one in towards Tommy Conway. Doesn't win his header. Dango Utara, Iwobi and Benrahma double up on him there. And there's a chance to win it back and we don't take it. And Cole Palmer's found Stansfield. And Stansfield had a good season. And Fally to Youth getting across with a big block. Good defending. I cannot pause the recording once. This is just constant action. As Wilson now down this side. Borza tries to get a foot in and can't. Here's Polinia. Iwobi, Cole Palmer, Robinson. It's good football. It's Robinson again. It's taken by Trott. It's constant. Polinia to Benrahma. Iwobi. Polinia. Cole Palmer. Blocked again by the youth. Iwobi. Trevor Grinsell with a foot in. Robinson. Onueda clears it away. Tom Cannon tries to win his header and can't. Here's Wilson again. Goodness me. Benrahma. Robinson. Iwobi. Polinia's going to hit this, is he? No, he's going to go back to Palmer. He's going to hit this one, though. And Borza getting across to block it. Resulting corner. It's another outswinger by Harry Wilson. We've won the header again, and Borza can bring us away. And he's going to run, you know. Go on. Ah. So half-time, and they have had double the shots, over double the shots, but with double the shots on target. I think we need a low block, you know. I think we need to low block it. Let's low block and drop the line. And let's invite the crosses in. Let's pack our own box. So, for the first time in a long time, I've not made any changes at half-time, but obviously we made that early change with Estrada struggling. We broke a Obama on. So, low block is on. We're inviting crosses. Obviously, they're not trying to cross it, so hopefully packing our own... Honest to fucking Christ. I just cannot be bothered. I can't. I cannot be bothered with this save. I'm so done with it. So done with it. Genuinely done with it. I've never had a team of bottle jobs quite like what we've got here. Conway trying to counter, losing the ball. He's been dreadful recently, Tommy Conway. Like, genuinely dreadful. Get off. Grinser, I'm not having that Grinser. I was having a bad game. He's not. Get Cozy Dewberry on for Sarmiento. Borza wins it back. Sarmiento. Is it going to be the end of highlight because I made a sub? No. Oh, well done, Sarmiento. You just give it back to the most dangerous player on the pitch. Yeah, you carry on, lads. So unjust if like the youth Borza ends up on the losing end of this game. Best players on the pitch. I wish Trott would stop doing that. I really wish he would stop doing that, mate. Goodness me. Counter. Keep the ball. Oh, for God's sake. It's just... Good tackle, Tom Cannon. To Scott. Cozy Dewberry on. Terrible. Just panicking. They're just bottling it. Gabaman to Grint. Just bottling it! Stop bottling it! Yes, Trevor. Bloody hell. Now, if he's onside, that was some ball by Tom Cannon, but he looked off, so these highlights don't stop. They do not stop. Another corner for Fulham. Cannon wins that header that time. Cole Palmer on the edge. Right footed effort, well blocked. Iwobi to Mepham. Bors has got to get out there. He does. He's kept him out there. Well done. Castagna. Ball in. Trott claims. Well done. Good goalkeeping. I just don't know how we're going to counter this. It's just too much. Oh, Stansfield's free. Oh, he was offside anyway. They're bringing Chambers and Tete on for Mepham and Palmer, and they've gone to a 4-4-2. So I think we can come out a bit. More. And we can go back to balanced. Wilson. Stansfield's there. It's headed up. It's up to Bassey. He scored the second goal of the game. And we are not going to get promoted because we're not overturning this. Nope, we are not. We've got nothing to lose. But we're not overturning this. It's the same thing that's happened the back end of the season. We have 2-goal advantages and then just fall apart. Ueda is meant to be some sort of leader in this team, and he's just crap. Dango Utara. Oh, Ueda, you dickhead! Oh my God, what has this save turned into? Honestly, though, it's fucking ridiculous. What has this save turned into? It's so shit. Absolute nonsense in every fucking game I'm playing. Absolute crap. Fallow Diouf with his second of the game, and we do not deserve it. We do not deserve it one bit. He wins the header initially, forced it to Scott, bounces off Bassey, and then Fallow Diouf is there. Trott manages to hold that. How have we equalised? I'll take it. I'll take it into the second leg. We fined Ueda 2 weeks' wages, and he just got on with it. He just said, "Yeah, sound mate." Well, I don't quite know how we didn't lose that. They battered us. Again, I'm just going to show you the dynamics. I've been saying in terms of top influencers, team leaders, there's only Timo Horn, and the rest are all just highly influential. There's not really anyone other than Timo Horn who can fill that role, which is why we're bringing Ben Mee in. And we need some sort of cover. Maybe it's going to be, I'm thinking Diouf, Borza, Diouf, and Hayden Roberts at the back for the next game. Don't really want to bring Rob Dickie in because he's not playing much this season. Right back wise, I don't know who to play. So fitness tests then. Delhi, Uruki and Horn, no. Morrison, Yates, Cozy, Dewberry, all getting minutes. Lewis Warrington, fitness test is not required, but he is short of full fitness, whereas Miramont can play. We were going to play Warrington from the off. I'm not quite sure whether we risk it. And I'm wanting to put Cameron Pring in on the left because he is more creative. Obviously, we've got Ronald, but Ronald, I think, is better out on the right. And Borza, I think Borza keeps his place, really. We need to start using him as we intend. Miramon. Let's do Miramon instead of Matson because we have effectively got two left backs out on the pitch. Dango Utara just crying every 2 minutes. So I believe Fulham have named an unchanged lineup. Fulham have not lost to Bristol City in their last 3 outings. Yeah, it's exactly the same. So expect more of the same the way this match is going to go. Oh no, Harry Reid's in there, to be fair. So they've changed up slightly. We've obviously changed up with Cameron Pring being in there, and that's why we need to double up on that Castagna, Cole Palmer, Harry Wilson sort of trio on the right-hand side. They were just tearing us a new one. So I feel like that's the way we combat that with Pring, who will get back and help out in defence. Ben Rama with the throw for Fulham. Harrison Reed, Robinson to Palmer, and that is well over the crossbar. We've got a throw in now, which Borza will take. Intercepted, but he wins it back. Switches it out to Emil Kraft, who can't get there. Warrington. Back to Diouf, playing on the right-hand side of the fence today. Roberts coming in for Ueda. Estrada, Roberts. Diouf. Kraft. Warrington. Dango. Why Dango? Just let that run across your body, lad. And you see him Pring getting back there straight away as he looks for Tom Cannon. He just couldn't get there. But you saw Pring doing what Sarmiento and Ronald are not prepared to do. Pring putting in the hard yards and getting back. That's a good tackle as well. Warrington. Dango. Get it in. I think he's off. They're going to check it on VAR. I think he's off, you know. The Fulham lot are having an inquest at the back. Yeah, he looked off, to be fair. He did. Let's see. Yeah, just too late, Dango. Just too late. Fulham looking to come forward on this side. Palmer to Chris Mepham. Palinha. Harry Wilson. Palmer. Back to Reed. Now Robinson. Harrison Reed. João Palhinha can hit them. And puts it well over the bar. Fulham again, just starting to grow. Good tackle by Borza, but Palmer's got it back. And Harry Wilson, we're looking for an offside flag. That's not going to come. And Stansfield has just missed the golden opportunity. You know what, boys? If you don't shoot, you won't score. No, we don't want that. Try and hit some earlier crosses. There is space behind that Fulham defence. Oh, no. Oh, no. Off the crossbar. Headed away by Borza. Do you know what? Like, looking at all these crosses we're putting in here that are getting blocked or are unsuccessful, I think we're going to work it into the box. We're going to do something we don't ever normally do. We're going to work it into the box. Well, at half-time, we've not actually done anything. Cameron Pring is not performing. Borza is, though. So, let's... Ronald's the most creative of like the wingers we've got. And Utara and Pring haven't done much. So, I'm going to bring Ronald on. I'm going to keep Utara out there for now. Tom Cannon, I'm going to switch up to being a poacher to see if he can just get in behind. Everyone else seems to be okay, but we're not really creating anything, and that is a bit of an issue, really. And this should just be the start of the second half highlight. I just said to them there, we need a bit more possession, and I actually believe we do, because if you look, 39%, we're just not really... if we've not got the ball and create nothing, we're not going to score. Right, Warrington to Cannon. Here's Dango Utara, who's been told to stop getting crosses in straight away. As Warrington finds Kraft. Gone back to Warrington. In for Dango Utara. That's a good first touch. Still going. Ronald. Borza. Estrada. Ronald. Great touch by Ronald! Oh, he's hit both posts. Can you believe it? Oh, Ronald. Can you believe it? We've got a corner now, which Dango Utara will take. It's not a bad one. Estrada knocks it back in, way by Robinson, and then Stansfield clears. I think that'll be the end of it. I'm just keeping an eye on the strikers. Here's Borza. Ronald. Conway. Mepham with the block. Conway off again. Let's change Conway up to the poacher. I feel like the advance forward. I feel like they're just trying to catch us off, but we'll give Conway a little bit longer, and then if not, we will bring Scott on. Palmer to Palhinha. Chris Mepham. Harrison Reed. Ben Rama. Anthony Robinson. Over the crossbar. What do we do? Right. So, Dango is coming off. Cozy Dewberry on that side. Tommy Conway off. And we're going to bring Scott on. And Emil Kraft is going to come off as well. Santos Lingbo will come on for him. Bold changes, I think. Bold changes, but changes that very much needed to try and just create something different in this game. Lingbo. Estrada. Lingbo. Down the line for Cozy Dewberry. Just stands still and loses the ball. Jesus. Harrison Reed to Calvin Bassey. The Scott intercepts. Cannon to Ronald. What can Ronald create? Ronald. Still. Ronald! Ronald! What a goal! What a goal from Ronald! Oh, my word. Intercepted brilliantly by Scott. That's a lot of forward determination, by the way. Cannon to Ronald. Skips one. Skips two. And just smashes it bottom corner. I said he's creative. I said he's a threat. He's put us in the lead in the semi-final. Reed, Stansfield, good tackle, Estrada. Oh, Cannon losing out. Harrison, Reed now. Harry Reed goes back to Robinson. Cross to Castagna. Polinia. And intercepted by Cozy Dewberry. Warrington to Cannon. There's a counter-attack on. Cannon to Scott. We look to go. Back to Tom Cannon. It's a great first touch. And his shot. It may as well be a pass. Our final sub. Hang on, Cozy Dewberry's ball in. Roberts gets up, cleared away. We've got one last sub remaining. And I'm going to give Trevor Grinsell the last 15. We need a big performance. He's a young academy lad. He's got great determination. Definitely has the ability to help control the game. We've seen him do it for us before. Here's Borza. Over the top. Cleared by Mepham. One back by Borza. Ronald. Skipping one man. Getting a cross in. Leno's punch. Grinsell might hit one. He's lost it. There was 3 men on him. Go on, son. Go on, Trevor. Chasing Palmer down and forcing him to play the ball early to Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson? Harry Wilson. Borza wins it back. Roberts back to Borza. Now Ronald. Estrada. He's got a good passing range. He's found Tom Cannon. Cozy Dewberry. Poor touch. Oh, the defensive missed it. Cozy Dewberry. Oh! He needed to get the crossover and he went for goal. Can we make anything off the corner? Cozy Dewberry got time to kill. It's headed away. The youth knocks it down to Scott with a volley blocked. Roberts back to Cozy Dewberry. Pulls it across to Tom Cannon. Oh, I thought he'd done it. Look at these players they brought on, man. Vinicius, Iwobi, Tete and Chambers. And there's 4 minutes remaining. Let's waste some time. Dharma's on now for Ben Rama. Goodness me. Tete, Stansfield. Tete's ball over. Headed away by Fallou Diouf. Big performance from the young Senegalese. Here's Iwobi. Kenny Tete. Harry Wilson on the spin. I'll let him do that all day long. He was never putting that in. Goodness gracious me. Another Fulham throw in. Tete to Wilson. Harrison Reed. Forces it. Do you know what? It's a good block by Estrada. Tete, Wilson. There's a chance to get it over. Harry Wilson goes alone trot with the save. It's a great save and it's headed on by Ronald. He's done a full-on Andy Gray dive and header clearance. Go on, Cannon. Borza to Ronald. Oh, he's lost it. And we've got too many men forward. Harrison Reed to Stansfield. Iwobi and Trevor. The most professional foul you'll see from a 16-year-old. There is less than a minute remaining. Lingbo. Diouf. Cozy Dewberry. Well done. Switches it out to Borza. That's nice. Knocks it on to Ronald. Ronald, keep it in the corner, lad. He's won a corner. Oh my God. I think we're going to Wembley again. Lingbo. It's going to take his time. We're over the 6 minutes. Lingbo. Yes! Oh, how have we managed that? Ronald has fired us to the final. Ronald, man, we've highlighted him in previous episodes. He's like a joker in the pack. I don't quite know how to describe him. Like he's just got some sort of ability to just create. He's so creative and so like I don't know. He's just so direct. I just don't think teams can cope with him. I think that's how good he is. And Nottingham Forest in the final, Roberto De Zerbi has gone in there and done a wonderful, wonderful job for them. If you look at the schedule, they were losing games left, right, and centre. I think he came in for this game. He came in it was either the Luton or the Coventry game he came in for. And I mean, if you look at it before that, you can see why he was brought in. And then since then, they've been on some run of form, Nottingham Forest. So it will not be an easy game. We have beaten them before, though. Trevor Grinsell getting his first goal against them. To be honest with you, it would not surprise me to see him get a start at Wembley. I think he would deserve it. Saturday, the 24th of May, 2025, Nottingham Forest versus Bristol City, our second playoff final in 2 seasons. Are we going to be the bridesmaid or are we going to be the bride? That is what we're going to find out in tomorrow's episode. Thank you all for watching. Take care, and we'll see you all for the playoff final.